Happy morning, students. In this video we are going to see the root locus problem. So in this the first step in the root locus is we need to locate the poles and zeros. So for locating the poles and zeros, as I told before, poles will be the denominator, you have to make it to 0, and zeros will be numerator. So s is I'm making the denominator to 0, so I can write the poles as s equal to 0, that is 0, s plus 4 equal to 0, which makes s equal to minus 4, that is minus 4. And then when you are finding the roots for your quadratic equation, it is minus 2 plus j4 and minus 2 minus j4. Now mark all the things in your graph sheet. So in the graph sheet, I am making 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit. Mark it j1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. So P1 equal to 0, P2 equal to minus 4, and P3 equal to minus 2 plus J4, minus 2 minus J4. Now you mark all the poles, that is 0, minus 4 and the complex poles. So I marked everything. Now we will move on to the step 2. In step 2, find the root locus on the real axis. Choose a test point between 0 and minus 4 and find out to the right of the test point. Find out how many number of poles and zeros are there. If you see there is only one pole, that is an odd number, so that will be a part of the root locus. And then again choose a test point between minus 4 and infinitive and check for the number of poles and 0 to the right of the point. It will be an even number, that is equal to 2. So it is not a part of the root locus. That's it. There is no other poles in the real axis. So now we'll go back to the graph sheet. In the graph sheet, you mark the 0 and minus 4 as the root locus. With the red color line, I'm marking here. Okay. Now we will move on to the next part, that is your third one, the angle of asymptote and centroid. Okay, so angle of asymptote, this is the formula where n is the number of pole, m is number of 0. As there is no 0, I am making it as 0. Q is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So first make it as Q equal to 0, find out the angle. Q equal to 1, find out the angle. Q equal to 2, find out the angle. Now if you see the plus or minus 225 degree, it is actually equal to 135 degree, because it is minus 360, you will get 135. The repetition of the angle started, so you can stop with this. Okay. Now you move on to centroid. Centroid is equal to sum of poles minus sum of zeros, n minus m. So again there is no zeros, I am just adding all the poles. You will get centroid as minus 2. Now I'm going to mark the minus 2 and the asymptote here. Okay, so always in root locus will follow the path of the asymptotes. Okay, so mark the centroid. From the centroid you make an angle 45 degree, mark a line. Again I make an angle minus 45 degree, mark a line. And also make an angle 135 degree, mark the asymptote. Make an angle 135 degree, mark the asymptote minus 135. So this is your asymptotes. Now what you do, you go for the next step, that is the breakaway and break-in points. So find g of s by 1 plus g of s into h of s. Find the characteristic equation, find the k. So find s by making dk by ds is equal to 0. So c of s is equal to k divided g of s divided by 1 plus g of s into h 1 plus g of s into h of s. So if I'm doing this, I'll get the characteristic equation like this. So make that equation to 0. So I'm going to equate, no, you just first differentiate with respect to s and then make it to 0. So you will be getting an equation like this. Find out the roots. You can find from the calculator. You will be getting s is equal to minus 2, s equal to minus 2 plus or minus j 2.5. Now when s equal to minus 2, find out the value for k. Minus 2 plus j 2.5, find out the k. Minus 2 minus j 2.5, find out the value of k. So you will be getting 64, 99, 99.9. So all the values are positive. So there exists the breakaway points at all the values of x. Okay, now you go back to this one. Mark the value of S as -2, the breakaway point, the pink color dot. Again, -2 plus J 2.5, -2 minus J 2.5. I have marked all the breakaway points. Okay, now we have to find the angle of departure and angle of arrival. So let us move on to the next part, that is angle of departure and arrival. This is my formula. So you need to you have two poles, that is at 0 and 4, and then you have a complex 4 at A. So if you measure the distance between A and your real axis, it is always a, that is 4 value. It will be 4 because it is -2 plus j4. So anga vandu ungalku it will be a 4 value. A is equal to 4, and then the distance between E will be, these values you need to find from the graph. It is 2, again it is also 2. So theta 5 is equal to, find out all the values. Okay, so it will be 117, 63, and then angle of departure is equal to 90 degree, that is -90 you will get, plus or minus 90 degree you have to mark. Okay, so I'm going to mark the same thing. So 90 degree here to the breakaway point, and then from 90 degree to the breakaway point. Okay, so this is my, I have marked my angle of departure. Okay, the angle of departure, that is 90 degree, I have marked in my graph. Now you go for the next one, that is point of intersection in imaginary axis. You have to find out the characteristic equation. Put S is equal to j omega. Separate the imaginary and the real part. Now you put the, equate the imaginary part to 0. Find the omega. Equate the real part to 0. Find the value of k. Okay, so this is equal to 0, so you will be getting k is equal to 263.7, which is the limiting value of the stability. When k is positive, then the root locus will be crossing the imaginary axis at the omega equal to 3.2. Okay, so we are going to plot the same in the graph. So in the graph, mark 3.2 with the yellow color dot I am marking. So now we have to draw the root locus which is crossing from the breakaway point. When you are drawing it, you can draw like this, okay, but it must be parallel to your angle of asymptote like this. Okay, so this is my breakaway root locus for this problem, the complete root locus for this problem. Okay, next we will see another problem. Okay, so sketch the root locus for unity feedback system for this function. Locate the poles and zeros. You will have the poles as 1, 0, -1, -5, and zeros as -1.5. There is no complex pole or complex zero. So now go back to your graph sheet. As usual, I am marking 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit. Plot the same. Now you plot all the poles and zeros. Okay, so 0, -1.5, and then a 0. Okay, so you marked all the thing. It's coming under real axis, so we need to check whether it falls under the root locus or not. So we will check in the next step, that is step 2. So we are going to find the root locus on real axis. Choose first poles will be 0 and -2. Choose a test point. To the right of the test point there will be a odd number only, so that is the real part of the root locus. Again, -1 and 1.5, to the right of this point there is two number of zeros and poles, so that is not a part. Again, -1.5 and -5, there will be 3 in number, so that is the part of the root locus. Again, choose a test point between -5 and infinity, there will be 4 in number. It is just not a part of the root locus. So if you see here, the real axis in which 0 and -1 and -1.5 and 5 will be your part of a root locus. Okay, so we are going to mark the same in the graph sheet. So 0 and -1, mark it. -1.5 and 5, you have marked it. Okay, so this comes under the root locus part. Okay, So we'll move on to the next step, that is for asymptote. Write the angle. Now you know number of poles is 3 and number of zeros is 1. So 3 minus 1. Now you put q equal to 0, find it is 90 degree, q equal to 1, 270 degree, which is also equal to 90 degree. So I'm stopping with this because it is getting repeated. Okay. Now you find out the centroids, add all the poles and minus with the sum of zeros. So you'll be getting centroid as minus 2.25. Okay, and angle of asymptote as 90 degree. So I'm marking the same. So mark the centroid as minus 2.25 and angle of asymptote 90 degree. A straight line you will get. Okay, so this is your angle of asymptote. Okay, so centroid length you need to mark all the angles of the asymptotes. So we have drawn this one. Now let us move on to the fourth point, that is breakaway and break-in point. For that you know that we need to find g by 1 plus gh. So write all the expression here, substitute it, and you will be getting the characteristic equation like this. Okay, now take the characteristic equation, differentiate, find out k from that, differentiate with respect to s. So you will be getting the expression like this, put it equate it to 0. Okay, you will be getting this as the expression. You will get s is equal to minus 0.61 and s is equal to minus 2.32 plus or minus j 0.9. When s equal to minus 0.61, find out the value. Minus 2.3 plus j 0.89, find out the value. For s equal to minus 0.61, k is positive. You will be getting the k as you will get the positive value of k at k is is equal to minus 0.61. Okay, so you need to mark that one here. So you will be getting k is equal to 1.17 for that value, and the other two values will get a negative value. So I am taking that s is equal to minus 0.61. Okay, now angle of departure and angle of arrival. There is no complex root, so I am not getting that. There is no angle of departure and arrival. Complex pole or complex zero must be there for the angle of departure and angle of arrival. Then point of intersection of root locus with imaginary axis. So this is my characteristic equation, equate it to 0. Then you put s is equal to j omega, separate the imaginary part and the real part. So imaginary part you equate it to 0, you will get omega square is equal to 5 plus k. Real part you equate it to 0, you will get this expression. From by those two expression you will get k is equal to minus 6.67. So there is negative value, so there is no crossing point on the imaginary axis. Now we will complete our root locus. There is no angle of departure, no crossing point on the imaginary axis. So we will see how to complete this one. So this is my, always remember you need to have the root locus in parallel with the asymptote. So from the s is equal to minus 0.6, just draw the root locus like this. That is, it is going to travel in parallel. So this is the root locus sketch for this problem. Thank you, students.